So back to the topic of these migrants in New York City. It seems like I can't stop talking about the failures of the DNC, of the Democrat Party, with handling these illegal immigrants in New York City, because something is constantly going on up there. So what happened now? Well, a high school was taken over by illegal immigrants. Now, I'm not saying a bunch of illegal immigrants stormed the school and just took over the building. I'm saying the mayor, the Democrat mayor, Eric Adams, took the high school from the students and said, look, y'all stay home. Y'all can read on the computer, do whatever. I don't care. But I'm taking the building and giving it to illegal immigrants. So 2 days ago, this school was shut down. These students were told at the last minute, they were sent some last minute email. A lot of parents didn't even know about it. They didn't even get notified properly. But at the very last minute, they said, look, there's going to be some storm. These poor illegal immigrants over here at Floyd Benne Field, they might get flooded out in this cold. So look, y'all get out of here and let's give this school to these illegal immigrants. Let's take a look.
Tonight, new outrage from parents over New York City's handling of asylum seekers.
Very angry. The city put our children the last. They're prioritizing the migrants.
After busloads of migrants from Floyd Benne Field spent part of the night sheltering at a Brooklyn high school. Students there learning remotely today as the school cleans up the gym where migrants slept.
I found out about the situation actually around 1 o'clock afternoon yesterday when my daughter texted me, oh, by the way, we don't have school tomorrow because migrants are coming.
City officials making the call to evacuate the asylum seekers as a major storm with winds of up to 70 miles per hour threatened the temporary migrant shelter. Yesterday, families walked to buses staged on the tarmac, wondering why they were being relocated yet again. One migrant father of 4 asking, why would they move us and then put us back here just to have the same problem again?
We're not going to take risks with families, with children, or with anybody in our care.
The move requiring 97 buses in total. Over 500 migrant families making a 20-minute trip over to James Madison High School in just 2.5 hours. Mayor Eric Adams touring the school late last night. According to his team, New York City is sheltering almost 70,000 migrants.
I saw children. That's what I saw. I saw children. And this city is never going to do anything that is going to put children in harm's way.
Last night, almost 2,000 migrants slept in folding chairs and on the floor of a gymnasium in the high school behind me here. All of them were out by 4:30 in the morning. Today at James Madison High School, parents, lawmakers, and advocates all agree. Last night's emergency move is just a sign a more permanent solution is needed.
From the very start, the Floyd Benne Field was a wrong place for placing migrants and for building the shelter. The place has zero infrastructure, no stores, nothing. It's not the place to live. It's an abandoned old airport.
In a press conference today, officials said they don't foresee using James Madison High School as a temporary shelter again. But locals are still angry, urging Mayor Eric Adams to consider using commercial real estate, not schools, the next time there's a crisis, Tom.
So there you have it. Another example of America last, because the Democrats, these globalists who run the Democrat Party, want to flood the country with people from all over the world except for Europe, because they don't want too many white people coming in. But they want people from East Asia. They want people from Africa and especially Latin America to come in, because they have these long-term plans of securing national power by giving free crap to illegal immigrants. And then in the long run, these immigrants are going to vote for the Democrats and their children are going to vote for the Democrats. But these students were told, look, y'all learn online, get on your computer. You know how during the shutdown, during this whole C-19 pandemic, the plandemic, remember how y'all had to learn online and y'all didn't learn anything? We'll do it again. So it's been proven during the shutdown that mass online learning is a failure. It doesn't work. And what happened here? Well, many of these students didn't log in. It was just a day off school for them. Many of the teachers, it's been reported that many of the teachers didn't even log in. So it was a complete mess. And Eric Adams, he said, well, I just saw children. I was just concerned about the children, the illegal children. The children who have been brought over here as weapons to use against the Republicans to say, look, you can't deport us because we got little babies here. Don't you feel sorry for the babies? So that's what Eric Adams was concerned about, and also his future Democrat voters and these illegal immigrants. So let's look at what Joe Biden and his handlers had to say.
A whole high school in New York is having remote classes today because the building was needed to house people who came into this country illegally. So what is the president's priority in this case? Is it the migrants or is it the students?
So let me just clear this up a little bit. So yesterday, New York City informed us that as a precaution, they would temporarily relocate migrants staying at Floyd Bennett Field to a nearby high school. As of this morning, all migrants have returned to the facility at Floyd Bennett Field. And so anything specific as to the program and what decided to do and all of the specifics to that, I would certainly refer you to New York City for any additional questions.
But if a working parent had to call out to stay home with their kid today, isn't this Biden immigration policy literally taking money out of people's pockets?
So let me just say, I'm going to actually go back to your first question for a second because I think I do need to address that, which is, when it comes to education, migrants, the economy, the president deals with multiple issues all at once. That is his job. There are multiple things happening all at once. And as it relates to this particular question that you're asking me about in New York City, that is something that New York City needs to answers to. That is a process that they took, so they have to answer to that.
So basically, they have nothing to say at all. That was just word salad gobbledygook, which meant absolutely nothing, but it's more proof to the American people that this is America last. Because what would Trump have said? Well, Trump's already said he's going to launch the biggest deportation program in the country. Because how do you stop this influx of migrants? Deport them, send them back, shut down a border. They come through the Darien Gap. They go through cartels and pay all this money to get to the border, and they're not even allowed to get in. Complete waste of time. And if they do somehow miraculously make it in under Trump, they're just going to get sent back. Well, that's going to disincentivize them, and that's going to reduce the influx of them coming to New York, and New York won't be in this position to begin with. So that's what Trump plans on doing. Now, let's hear what DeSantis had to say about the Democrat Party.
I think it's disgraceful. I mean, just think about it. You're a parent in the Bronx. Was it Brooklyn or Brooklyn? You're a parent in Brooklyn. It's a lot. You probably got a lot of single moms who are the breadwinners. So they've got to work during the day. Your kids are supposed to go to school, and then someone tells you, "Sorry, your kids have to stay home." Why? Was there some type of real significant storm or some emergency? Was there a flu outbreak? Well, why are they having to stay home? They're having to stay home because the state government is commandeering, or the city government is commandeering the school to house illegal aliens. You talk about putting Americans last. You're having these kids, you're depriving these kids of in-person education to be able to house people that don't have a right to be here to begin with. That's Joe Biden's America in a nutshell.
So there you have it. DeSantis, he's also talking tough. We're going to see if he's as tough as Trump would be if he ever gets into that position of power, which I don't know. Long shot candidate. But Elon, he's warning about this. He's talking about this too because Elon got on Twitter. And let's look at what he had to say. This is what happens when you run out of hotel rooms. Soon cities will run out of schools to vacate. They will come for your homes. Is he just making this up out of thin air? Is he just creating something to say online to stir controversy? No, the mayor of New York said it. Let's take a look.
It is my vision to take the next step to this, to go to the faith-based locales, and then move to private residence. There are residents who are suffering right now because of economic challenges. They have spare rooms, they have locales, and if we can find a way to get over the 30-day rule and other rules that government has in its place, we can take that $4.2 billion, 4.3 it may be now, that we potentially have to spend, and we can put it back in the pockets of everyday New Yorkers, everyday houses of worship, instead of putting it in the pockets of corporations.
This could be true because as long as these Democrats are in charge, as long as these Democrats are making these border policies, these catch and release policies, these sanctuary city policies, the migrants are just going to continue to come. You have 70,000 migrants in New York right now. There's been a couple of 100,000 who have come in through New York in the last year and a half or so. So what are they going to do? You only have so many hotels. You only have so many schools. You only have so many charity organizations and churches. So, yeah, like he said, he wants them to be in the homes of private residents. He wants to pay them more than what the city pays for these same residents to bring in foster children. He wants to pay them a certain amount of money per day, which is not really a lot compared to what the New York City cost of living. But he wants to pay New York residents with New York taxpayer money to house illegal immigrants who they don't know have been unvetted, unscreened, and all of that. This man has lost his rabbit ass mind. But yeah, there you have it. I have no sympathy at all because these New York City residents vote for lunatics like this. They vote for left-wing activists who are globalists, who work for the DNC, who want to flood the country with all types of illegal immigrants, and will go as far as housing illegal immigrants, unvetted illegal immigrants, into ordinary citizens' homes, who will kick kids out of their schools and say, damn your education, because we care more about illegal immigrants. They voted for this. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.